Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Gaurang Dhawan Lal with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says education will be the foundation for social transformation during Amrit Kal. Air passengers arriving from China, Japan, South Korea, Hong Kong and Thailand to undergo mandatory RT-PCR test for COVID. Government invites people to design a logo for Ayushman Bharat Health Infrastructure Mission. Entire North India, including the Kashmir Valley, reels under intense cold wave conditions. Badminton star PV Sindhu among top 25 highest paid female athletes in the Forbes annual list. And in cricket, Bangladesh was struggling at 195 for 7 at tea in the second and final test against India at Dhaka. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that education will be the foundation for social transformation during Amrit Kal. He said, with a futuristic and forward-looking education policy, the country will produce ideal citizens for tomorrow. He was addressing the 75th Amrit Mahotsav of Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul Rajkot Sansthan through video conferencing today.
आज देश में बड़े शैक्षिक संस्थानों आईआईटी, ट्रिपल आईटी, आईआईएम, एम्स जैसे संस्थानों की संख्या में बड़ी वृद्धि हो रही है। 2014 के बाद से मेडिकल कॉलेजों की संख्या में 65% से ज्यादा की बढ़ोतरी हुई है। नई राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति के जरिए देश पहली बार उस शिक्षा व्यवस्था को तैयार कर रहा है जो फॉरवर्ड लुकिंग है, फ्यूचरिस्टिक है।
Lauding the impeccable work done by the Gurukul in the field of education, the Prime Minister said the Gurukul, which began with 7 students in Rajkot, currently has 40 branches across the world. He also congratulated the organization for beginning a Gurukul for girls.
अच्छे विचारों और मूल्यों से सींचा है ताकि उनका समग्र विकास हो सके। अध्यात्म के क्षेत्र में समर्पित युवाओं से लेकर इसरो और बार्क में वैज्ञानिकों तक हम गुरुकुल परंपरा ने हर क्षेत्र में देश की मेघा को पोषित किया है।
The Prime Minister said ideal citizens to lead India towards Amrit Kal will be developed if quality education to the youth is provided.
अमृत काल की अगले 25 वर्षों की यात्रा में आप संतों का आशीर्वाद और आप सभी का साथ बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। आज भारत में और भारत के संकल्प भी नए हैं, उन संकल्पों की सिद्धि के प्रयास भी नए हैं। आज देश डिजिटल इंडिया, आत्मनिर्भर भारत, वोकल फॉर लोकल, हर जिले में 75 अमृत सरोवरों का निर्माण, एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत के विजन को लेकर आगे बढ़ रहा है।
Mr. Modi highlighted that when the world did not even realize what gender equality was, Indian civilization had women thinkers like Gargi, Maitri and Atreya. The Prime Minister also recommended that those gathered pay a visit to the Northeast for at least 15 days, understand the Northeastern culture and write about their varied heritage. Our correspondent reports that the 5-day Amrit Mahotsav celebrations were inaugurated by Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel at Sehjanand Nagar in Rajkot on Thursday. A large number of saints, spiritual leaders and devotees are taking part in the celebrations being held at Rajkot. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people of the country and abroad in the Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio at 11 a.m. tomorrow. It will be the 96th episode of the monthly radio program. The program will be broadcast on the entire network of All India Radio and Doordarshan, the AIR News website and News on AIR mobile app. It will also be live-streamed on the YouTube channels of AIR News, DD News, the PMO and Information and Broadcasting Ministry. All India Radio will broadcast the program in regional languages immediately after the Hindi broadcast. Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia today said that Air Suvidha portal will be implemented for passengers arriving from China, Japan, South Korea, Hong Kong and Thailand in view of rising cases of COVID in China. Talking to a news agency, the minister said RT-PCR will be made mandatory for them.
जिस तरह से चीन में कोरोना महामारी की भयानकता हम देख रहे हैं, उसको देखते हुए चीन, जापान, दक्षिण कोरिया, हांगकांग, बैंकॉक सभी से आने वाली फ्लाइट पर हम एविएशन मिनिस्ट्री के साथ बातचीत करके तुरंत ही एयर सुविधा पोर्टल का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करके सभी पैसेंजर को आरटीपीसीआर कंपलसरी करेंगे, उसका ट्रेसिंग करना चालू कर देंगे और इंडिया में आने के बाद किसी को बुखार मालूम पड़े या तो टेस्ट पॉजिटिव पाया जाए तो तुरंत ही हम उसको क्वारंटाइन करने के लिए भी आदेश जारी करने जा रहे हैं ताकि देश को कोविड महामारी के सामने हम बचा सके।
The government has written to all states and union territories to ensure a functional and regular supply of medical oxygen for COVID-19 pandemic management. The Health Ministry has asked all states and union territories to direct all concerned departments to ensure the availability of liquid medical oxygen in health facilities. It also directed states to ensure that the supply chain for their refilling is uninterrupted. It said the inventory of oxygen cylinders must be ensured and backup stocks and robust refilling systems should be maintained. The availability of functional life support equipment such as ventilators along with their consumables must also be ensured. The government has invited citizens to participate in designing a logo for the PM Ayushman Bharat Health Infrastructure Mission representing the roots of the robust and accessible healthcare system in India. The last date for submission is the 12th of next month. The Union Health Ministry said the winner will receive a cash prize of 1 lakh rupees. The Pradhan Mantri Ayushman Bharat Health Infrastructure Mission is one of the largest pan-India health schemes for strengthening healthcare infrastructure. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had launched this mission on the 25th of October last year to accomplish the vision of accessible and comprehensive healthcare across the country. It aims to fill the critical gaps in public health infrastructure, especially in critical care facilities and primary care in urban and rural areas. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
कंपटीशन की अगर आप कर रहे हैं तैयारी तो उनके लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पर हम लाए हैं अभ्यास, एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम जिसमें आप पूछेंगे सवाल व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर या फिर ईमेल करेंगे abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर और हमारे विशेषज्ञ देंगे इसका जवाब। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
Consumer Affairs Minister Piyush Goyal today stated that consumers are deserving of speedy justice and the disposal of cases has doubled to nearly 90,000 in a short span of 6 months. He was speaking at the National Consumer Day celebrations in Delhi. Mr. Goyal said a lot of effort is being made by the government towards ease of business and ease of living. He highlighted that over the last few years, over 1,500 laws have been eliminated and nearly 39,000 compliances have been simplified or removed. He added that over 800 specific provisions of law have been decriminalized.
A number of redundant laws, over 1,500 laws have been removed from the statute book. Nearly 39,000 compliances have been simplified. Technology has been used to digitize many of them. Many of them have been made less confrontational. Many of them have been eliminated totally. Nearly 39,000 compliances. A number of laws have also been decriminalized.
At least 9 people were killed and over a dozen injured after an explosion in the brick kiln chimney in Nilgiri village under Ramgarhwa police station area in Motihari of East Champaran yesterday. The owner of the brick kiln was also among the deceased. Several police teams and a state disaster response force team were present at the spot and the rescue operation is underway. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed grief over the loss of lives in the mishap and prayed for a quick recovery of the injured. He has announced an ex gratia of 2 lakh rupees from the PM's National Relief Fund to be given to the next of kin of each deceased. 50,000 rupees will also be given to the injured. In Russia, at least 20 people were killed when a fire broke out in an unregistered care home for the elderly in the Siberian city of Kemerovo. Yesterday, Quoting fire safety officials, TASS news agency said the entire second floor of the building has been gutted. The blaze has been brought under control. North India is reeling under a thick blanket of fog and cold wave conditions for the past few days. The Kashmir Valley is reeling under intense cold conditions as the mercury shows a continuous dip, especially during the night. As per the local unit of the Met Department, a minimum of minus 5.4 degrees Celsius temperature was recorded today in Srinagar, while the famous tourist destination Pahalgam reeled at minus 6.4. The department has forecast dry but chilly weather conditions across the valley for the next 24 hours. Foggy conditions have brought down visibility levels in the morning at many northern states. In the plains, the season's coldest morning was recorded in the national capital, with the mercury dipping to 5.3 degrees Celsius. Today as well, Delhiites witnessed a chilly morning, however with a slightly higher temperature at 8.2 degrees Celsius. Cold day to very cold day conditions are prevailing in many pockets of Punjab, some pockets over Haryana, and at isolated pockets over North Rajasthan. In Punjab, Haryana, Northwest UP and North Rajasthan, the current state of affairs will continue for the next 2 days. In the United States and Canada, at least 12 people died in incidents related to a powerful Arctic winter storm ahead of the holiday weekend. The vast storm extends across more than 3,200 kilometers from Texas to Quebec. Around 200 million people are feeling the icy grip as people are without power and thousands of flights were cancelled on Friday. In South Dakota, snowed-in Native Americans burned clothes for warmth after running out of fuel, said tribal officials. Heavy snowfall was forecast in areas of Pennsylvania and Michigan. More than 8 million people remained under blizzard warnings. Coastal flooding has been seen in New England, New York and New Jersey. Utilities throughout the Tennessee Valley were implementing rolling blackouts to save power. Badminton star PV Sindhu is the only Indian player in the top 25 of the Forbes annual list of the highest paid female athletes in the world. Sindhu, the 2016 Rio Olympic silver medalist, occupies the 12th spot in the list, while Japanese tennis star Naomi Osaka tops the list. 27-year-old Sindhu made $7 million of her earnings, having won a singles gold and double silver at the Commonwealth Games earlier this year in Birmingham. Budding badminton sensation Geto Sora once again made India proud by winning the top arena junior International Badminton Championship title in the below 9 years category in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia on Friday. The 7-year-old won the championship title, beating Malaysia's second seed Gerald Tay in straight sets 21-5, 21-16. This is Sora's second international badminton title in 2 months. In November, he had won the multinational BTY Yonex Singha Championship, which was held at the Ban Thong Yot Badminton School in Bangkok, Thailand. In the second and final cricket test, Bangladesh was struggling at 206 for 7 in their second innings against India when reports last came in. They resumed their innings this morning at the overnight score of 7 for no loss, trailing India by 80 runs at the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium in Dhaka. Yesterday, visitors were all out for 314 in their first innings, riding on Rishabh Pant's 93 and Shreyas Iyer's 87 runs. Bangladesh scored 227 runs in their first innings. India lead the series 1-0 after winning the Chattogram Test by 188 runs. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says education will be the foundation for social transformation during Amrit Kaal. Air passengers arriving from China, Japan, South Korea, Hong Kong and Thailand to undergo mandatory RT-PCR test for COVID. Government invites people to design a logo for Ayushman Bharat Health Infrastructure Mission. Entire North India, including Kashmir Valley, reels under intense cold wave conditions. Badminton star PV Sindhu among top 25 highest paid female athletes in the Forbes annual list. And in cricket, Bangladesh was struggling at 210 for 7 in the second and final test against India at Dhaka. And with that, we end the midday news.